Okay, so you already know like the bases, like COVID vaccines, they're going around everywhere. But COVID vaccines and regular vaccines are
Completely
different.
different.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
different because conventional vaccines, they whenever they give you the vaccine, it's just like a weakened or a dead of the virus version of the virus, and so your immune system can go and attack it and produce the antibodies and have like the memory cells. So whenever it comes next time, or if you do get infected with it again, it won't actually infect you because your body can memorize it and will be able to attack it on demand. Now, the COVID vaccine is an RNA vaccine. So the difference is that the RNA is injected into your body, and it provides instructions rather than a weakened or dead uh, version of the virus, because it gives you like the instructions to make a spike protein. Which so on COVID, it's full of all these spikes, which is what attaches to your cell, and that's what actually infects you, right? This gives you the instructions to make a spike protein. So it gives you the antigen, and it prompts your T cells and antibodies to fight it, fight the one thing, fight the one spike protein, the little piece that you make with your body, so that next time it like the regular vaccine, it will fight it off.
Okay, so can my body reject it?
Okay, so your body can reject it because there's ingredients in there.
It's not an allergy, it's a rejection.
Rejection allergy, like it's kind of like this. It's not the same thing. So your body, it hasn't been shown that it can reject it because it's giving your body specific instructions to make this spike protein. Allergies, now that's a different story. So people can have allergies to the ingredients in the vaccine because there's two different vaccines, and they're the same thing, but they're a little bit different, the Pfizer and the Moderna. But if you read about both vaccines and you know which one you're getting, but if you have an allergy to one of the ingredients in there, it's not recommended to actually take it because it could give you an allergic reaction. But for people who still get it and they have an allergic reaction, it's not recommended to get the second dose. There's two vaccines that have it's the Pfizer and Moderna, which the difference is the Pfizer it's it has to be kept at a much colder temperature than the Moderna, and so the Moderna is being used for more population because it can be kept at room temperature and it can be transported all over.
Yes.
As opposed to the other one. And so if you have an allergic reaction to whichever one you get, you set it up with a provider of the COVID vaccine. If you have an allergic reaction, because they both have a 2-shot system. So first one you get is a primer, which is it sets your body up. So it gives you the instructions, and your body like starting to go with it, and so you start creating the antibodies, and your body starts actually like starting to remember it. The second one is called a booster, and it's just like the name. It boosts your immune response, and it enhances it.
Okay, now, can I ask you a question? Now, if next year, 2021-22, the virus comes up, are they going to give us the same, or are they going to produce something else?
That completely depends. It can be one of two things. The vaccine that they already get, that people have gotten, it either wears off, which is not necessarily likely, or the virus becomes immune to the vaccine.
Okay.
Which viruses tend to do, like antibiotics. Some viruses have become immune to it if you overtake it.
If you take it too many
And
times.
so it can come back, stronger.
Okay. Now, why didn't they just produce once the
Moderna?
Moderna? Huh?
Well, it started. It's they're both still in. They're both still kind of in testing.
But one has to be kept real cold, and the other one doesn't.
Well,
they can transport it from here to anywhere.
Well, like still, it's in the testing phase, so you're getting they're doing what's necessarily to make the vaccine
to control
it and to make it work. Now they're going into a more it's like kind of like a stage 2 where they're making the vaccine more suitable for everybody.
Okay, that sounds good. That they can make something that'll be suitable for everybody.
Right. And like, so I know you have a weakened immune system. You have an autoimmune disease. So you would have to check with like your doctor, because I know you take medication. Medication, it can take a big role in this COVID vaccine, which means like whether you get the vaccine or not, if you're taking a certain medication, it could depend whether it affects the vaccine.
Yes.
So that would have to be brought up with a doctor.
With my primary doctor, or the doctor that takes care of...
The doctor that takes care of your medication and your, like... And
I get an infusion, you know that.
Right.
Should I tell them before I take the vaccine?
Yeah, see if you should get it. Because if you do still get it and it interferes with your medication, you could have a negative reaction.
Oh. Should I get tested to see if I've been around anybody that tested positive before I take the vaccine?
So it doesn't matter if they tested positive. It matters if you tested positive. Because if you tested positive, you've already had the vaccine. You should still get the vaccine if you're able to. Because if you had it or you haven't had it, it's still recommended to get the vaccine because it will still boost your immune system and help give you those instructions to actually create it. Because people, they have gotten over it and they've probably built a little bit of immunity due to an artificial immune system. But it's still recommended to get the vaccine.
Okay. But I should talk to my doctor first.
Yeah, because you take medicine.
Yes.
So if that interferes at all with the vaccine in any sort of way, then
my doctor should be able to tell me whether I would be able to take it or not.
Yeah.
Now, if I don't take it because my doctor tells me I wouldn't recommend it, am I going to die from this virus? Or should I take a chance?
If your doctor says it's not recommended, don't take that chance. Because it's just about your medication if it interferes with it. And since you're 74, almost 75, you're part of the group that's kind of coming up next.
C.
So, instead of 1B, it's 1C. That's kind of iffy because you're pretty much close to 75. 75 is the age group for the older for 1B, which is the people who are getting the vaccine next. People who are getting the vaccine next because you have a higher chance of being hospitalized if you do get COVID.
Yeah, but they tell you to stay there wherever they're going to give you the vaccination. You stay there for at least 15 to 20 minutes to see if you have a reaction.
To see if that's
But it doesn't make sense to me at 74 that I'm in a place where you drive up, they give you the shot, and then I have to go and park my car in another space to see if I'm going to get a reaction.
Well, it's like the same thing. Do you remember when I used to get my allergy shots?
Yeah, but you were in an office. I'm in a car.
Well, they can't have that many people close to each other because it's social distancing. Still,
Right.
There's still COVID.
I mean, they're
And it's a respiratory disease. If somebody cough, because it lives in your nose and your mouth. If you cough, it could go. People can catch
it could
that.
go wild.
Yeah.
But if I have a real bad reaction,
If you have a bad reaction, then they can treat
what
it
are they
there.
gonna do? Call 911 and
Well, they'll be able to treat it there, whatever procedures they're told to do. That's what they will follow.
sure, yeah, but I'm not close to them. They give you the shot, and then you gotta drive and park away. It's
Like-
not like you're parking from here to the driveway. They tell you to go park where Safeway is.
But they go and check up. They go and
No, they don't go and check up.
they just want you to wait 15, 20 minutes.
Uh-huh.
But if you have that negative reaction,
If I have
they
a
want you to
reaction,
tell them.
yeah, I'm supposed to call, and what are they gonna do? I might as well just call 911 and get help right away.
Well, they could have a different. They could have something that can help you with that.
Maybe
reaction
they'll have
right there.
an EpiPen.
Well, that's if you have an allergic reaction. They could have something there to help you if you have it.
But I haven't heard.
Of a negative reaction.
I haven't heard of them helping somebody that has.
Well, have you heard of negative reaction immediately?
Yes, I have.
What did they do?
They go to the hospital.
Like I'm talking like in their time frame, like the 15, 20 minutes.
No, they get it after they go home and eat something, and then they get a reaction.
Right. There is possible side effects to the vaccine. Remember, it's still in testing. You got the paper that asked you if you wanted to come help them with like testing and
I know.
experimenting
Uh-huh.
that sort of age group. But I mean, still, they could have They could have something to help you immediately right there. Whether they have something to help you or whether they send you off to the emergency because they have ambulances there or they have something there to help you. That's why they have you wait the 15 to 20 minutes just to see if you have that negative reaction. Or otherwise, it's going to be later. Now, your body you can have a side effect like, feeling
2 or
sick,
3.
sick a little bit,
Like muscle aches or. Yeah,
there are side effects that you could possibly have.
But some people get them worse than others. Some people might not get anything.
Exactly, because it's how different bodies react to that. Because like even with regular vaccines, people's different bodies reacted to different ways. Whether if they could get sick a little bit.
When the vaccine came out for the flu vaccine, I took the shot. I got so sick I thought I was going to die.
Right.
So I didn't want to take it, and I haven't taken it since then. And we're talking like maybe 1979, 1980. I haven't taken a shot. A flu shot, an N1 shot. No, because I know what my body does.
Right, but at the same time, you still haven't had this type of shot. This is a completely
I know
it's different than a regular vaccine because regular vaccines give you that weakened or dead virus. You still have the virus in you, but it's not fully functional. It's not necessarily there to get you sick. It's just to trigger an immune response. So your body is to remember that and to fight it off. This is giving you the necessities to build this spike protein because again, what infects you is the COVID vaccine. The virus like sticks onto your cells because of the spikes.
Mm-hmm. And that is true. That is true. I don't want nothing sticking to me, so I'm gonna see if I can go and get it as soon as I talk to my doctor.
Right, like because you wouldn't be in 1B necessarily because you're not 75 and older and you're not a frontline essential worker. You'd be in 1C, which is people 65 to 64, which 74, which is still going on route right now. So you can still get the vaccine like right now. if you were to ask, do you know your
Yeah, I'm
your
gonna,
doctor because you have the medication.
yes, and that's what I'm gonna do in February. And it's gonna be like February the 16th or the 17th. I know it's gonna be the second week of February
Right.
that I go, and I'm gonna ask the doctor all these questions
Right. Yeah.
because I know what I take in the infusion,
Right.
and I don't want to get sick.
Because coming down to the final parts of it, if you are able to get that vaccine,
I will take it.
you should get the vaccine because it has a 95% rate of helping fight off that COVID.
Uh huh.
I mean, it's not 100% foolproof.
Well, it's doing something better
There's still a
because
small percentage that yes, you can get the virus, but it's much less than rather not having the vaccine at all.
exactly, huh? Because now the numbers are going down. Last week or the week before, it used to be like 24. Last week it was 20.
Right.
This week is 18. So the vaccine is working.
The vaccine, yeah, it's working.
It is working.
So, if you are able to get the vaccine, you should.
I
get
am
it.
going to take it. Yes.
All right. Well, that's about it. That's all we got. Thank you, Nana, for talking to me.
Mijo.